What's happening to me?
One night after you came to see me, I had a vision of you. You were standing in the dark. A man was walking toward you. A man who couldn't breathe. I've been to that dark place too. It's not a place for pure souls. It is very dangerous. When you go there, things come back with you.
I don't want to die, Elise.
You have a long life ahead of you. I cross my heart.
We see a lot in film a male character being pulled back into a world they're trying to escape. I think this is one of the first times that we see that with a female character.
That's a great, I never heard her described like that. That's a great way of putting it. Thank you, Lee. Yeah.
But I was wondering if Lin inspired a lot of your writing, a lot of your crafting of this character, Elise, and how the direction of her life
Absolutely.
changed.
Absolutely. With this particular film, I think with the first film, we were just taking chances. James Wan and I, we put this film together, we cast Lin in it, she was a friend of ours. We had no idea that she would be so great in the film, nor did we have any idea that the audiences would take hold of her that much. She's a beloved character. So with this third film, I was really inspired by who Lin is as a person and her dedication. I mean, I wanted to build a film around a really strong woman who was super powerful, someone that you wouldn't assume was powerful. As you said, we've seen the film where the muscle-bound guy is kicking ass, and we've seen that film, and I can enjoy those films from time to time, but I really wanted to see a film where the superhero was someone we would never expect that from, and I really think Lin stepped up to that role. She was great.
This real, I mean, it was, when I read the whole thing, and Lee kept saying to me, just think Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
So I go, okay. And then when I read it...
I would lean over and say, a little more Clint on this one.
A little more Clint, a little glint of a Clint.
What happened?
I was thrown out of bed.
If there was no one in your room, I would have seen them.
It wasn't a person. It was Before, I thought that it was Mom trying to contact me. But it's not. It's something else.
What is so compelling about this movie is that people can relate to it. It's not just a supernatural story, it's really a story about grief.
That's how I see the movie too. I really like the aspect of it that's relatable and real. That was really specifically stated by the director as part of my assignment, was to establish this family. You meet them when they're already struggling with the loss of the mother of the family, and that's the event that propels the plot. So it's really important that you feel for these characters, and Lee Wanell, who wrote it and is directing, really understood that, and it was fun for me to have a spot-specific job to do. And this is even before really all hell breaks loose, so that when it does, it's really more impacting, as you say.
Sure, it magnifies, I think, that very real experience that people go through.
And they're deliberate about it. They're even up front. The Blumhouse Films really cares about making great movies, not just popular movies, and add these elements that enhance the experience. It's a company policy. They're determined to have quality character experiences because, just as you say, it increases the impact of the terror.
Well, everybody knows loss in one way or another, and I think that's what's so great about the film is everybody can relate to the characters, and also the battle between, in the further, wanting to reconnect with old lost loved ones, but also the fear of who they could really be and what they're doing there. So I think that's what everybody's infatuation is with the further as well.
The relationship between Quinn and Elise, it parallels quite a bit, and I think that's The chemistry between you and Lin, I think, comes across so beautifully, and I was wondering how you prepared and created that dynamic.
I don't know. I mean, the very first thing we filmed together was the opening scene. So I feel like that was really helpful for not knowing each other and kind of trying to get a feel. But at the same time, in the movie, Quinn and Elise need each other so much. Elise needs Quinn to get back out there and into the spirit world, and Quinn needs her, for obvious reasons, to connect her with her mom and to go on this journey and for the help along the way. And I think in real life, too, we just had a really great connection, and we talked so much, and I got to know her really, really well.
Lee being someone who acts as well and who is so close to this world as the writer-director, how did he sort of help introduce you to this? Because you've never really done a horror film before. I mean, Stoker to me was frightening, but it's not a straight-up horror film. Yes.
I had so much confidence that I got to start my horror career with someone as well-equipped as Leigh Whannell. I mean, he appears in the movies, too. He's written a lot of the Saw films. He wrote both of the other Insidious, so there's really no one better suited for my purposes to lead me into how this is done. And he has this great combination of a real director for the family story, as well as almost like a technician on some of the horror sequences that are timed. It's instinctual for him, so it is creative, but it's actually sort of engineered to happen at a precise moment, or just a little shifting shadows even, and the sound design all add up to really effective horror in sort of the, in sort of a family drama clothing,
The arc of the character is a complete dream for an actress, I mean, too. And that we do start in this very vulnerable, dark and sad place, and that she rises to the occasion of her own gift and her own ability to reach out to other people. Those are really powerful things that everybody has a gift. Everybody. And people don't acknowledge it and are afraid to acknowledge it. And I think that she re-embraces something that maybe will touch people to think about what do we have? What do I have? It's important to me to make a big thought go into, as an artist, I feel that responsibility to bring a big thought into the audience, and maybe they'll go home and think about it. And if your question is beautiful and your observation is beautiful, no, really, for me, as an actress, to hear that, and about being a woman and having that be it is an unusual place for a woman to find herself, especially at my age. Where I joke and say most women my age are ordering lime Jell-O for lunch. I love that image. I'm just going to have the bring the Jell-O. We're going to bring.
You didn't want me to give you lime Jell-O on the set? You should have told me.
That she rises to this occasion, and we all can rise to those occasions. Everybody.
It's feeding on her soul.
What's happening? Is she dying?
Yes.
This world is your home.
If we don't hurry, it's going to get her.
No, bring her back! Bring her back! You said you can bring her back! Quinn.
I'll be waiting in the dark when the pain finally kills you.
No!